Hey guys, welcome back to TBI Talk. I'm your host. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of rest. After a brain injury, rest is one of the most important things that you can do to help with your recovery. Now, this is physical rest. It's not resting from an activity or resting from working out. This is actually resting in terms of sleep, getting sleep, resting your brain. And oftentimes people get confused about this because they see someone who has had a brain injury and they look like they're redoing well. They're talking, they're engaging in conversation. They may even look like they have no deficits. But what we don't see are the deficits that are happening emotionally and cognitively. And oftentimes, those deficits are what lead to the most difficulty after a brain injury. So let's talk about this some more. So rest is so important after a TBI for many reasons. No. 1, it allows your brain to heal. It really does allow your brain to heal. After a brain injury, there is inflammation. There are changes that happen in your brain. And just like any other part of the body that is injured, if you keep using that muscle or using that part of your body that is injured, it's not going to have the opportunity to heal. The same thing happens with our brain. If we overstimulate it too much, or if we don't give it time to heal, then it's not going to be able to heal properly. So that is one reason why rest is so important. The second reason is it helps with the healing of your body. Your body also gets tired after a brain injury. Oftentimes we have changes in sleep patterns, so that can lead to fatigue. Also, when your brain is working hard, your body is working hard. So it's not only your brain that is exhausted, but your body is exhausted as well. So getting rest, getting good quality sleep is going to allow your brain and your body both to heal. Another reason why rest is important is it actually decreases your risk of having a seizure. So having a seizure after a brain injury is something that we always worry about. One of the ways that we decrease the risk of having a seizure is by making sure that you are well rested. You're getting good quality sleep, and you're not overstimulating. Overstimulation can lead to a seizure. Not getting enough sleep or not getting good quality sleep can also lead to a seizure. So it's important that you find good ways to relax, find good ways to get sleep, to decrease that risk of having a seizure. And then the last reason why rest is so important is it helps with emotional regulation. After a brain injury, oftentimes we have changes in how we process emotions. We may become more emotional, we may become less emotional, we may have difficulty regulating those emotions. So finding times of rest. Finding times where you can kind of step away and relax is going to help you with your emotional regulation. And it's going to help. You better manage those emotions after your brain injury. Now, the tricky thing about this is that oftentimes when someone has a brain injury, you cannot tell by looking at them whether or not they're rehaving these emotional or cognitive deficits. Sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't. And oftentimes the person has to tell you or the person has to show you. So it's important to remember that even if someone looks like they are redoing well after a brain injury, they may not be doing well. They may be struggling emotionally. They may be struggling cognitively. And the best thing that you can do for them is to encourage them to rest. Encourage them to get good quality sleep. Make sure that they're not overstimulated and having a lot of activity. Because too much activity, too much overstimulation can make those deficits worse. So if you notice that someone is having a lot of headaches, having a lot of mood swings, having difficulty concentrating, having difficulty thinking clearly, you need to ask them, are you getting enough rest? Are you getting enough sleep? And if the answer is no, then encourage them to take a break. Encourage them to go somewhere quiet. Encourage them to maybe close their eyes. Maybe listen to some music. Do some deep breathing exercises. Anything that is going to help them rest and relax. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video if you think it will be helpful to someone else. And as always, thank you so much for watching TB Talk. And remember, no matter what, keep going.